Learning to code is like learning a new language. It takes a lot of time and even more patience. In IT Fundamentals Pro, we wanted to give students the opportunity to create and see how code functions without the monumental task of learning a new language. Let's take a look at a couple of the hands-on activities that introduce students to JavaScript. In this scenario, we have a tool that's called the Code Visualizer. It allows students to see how specific code inputs relate to a code output. In this case, we're trying to create a code that gives you a pass or a fail score based on what score you receive. We can start the visualizer and see how each of the inputs relates to the output on the right. Once a student's comfortable with the logic behind the code, they can answer a few questions that reinforce their learning. At this point, they'll get a score, and they'll also be able to see an explanation of each of the answers. The second hands-on scenario we're going to look at is a drag-and-drop JavaScript editor. In this scenario, we're coding a phone routing system for a small business. When a user calls in, they should dial a number and receive the office hours for the Mapleton location. As we look through the code on the right, we can see where the variable needs to be placed, and we can see the logic behind the code. We see the dialed number 3 would return the office hours. And let's go ahead and try that out. Executing that code gives the desired result. At this point, we can look at what the final output should look like, or we can go ahead and score. With these hands-on labs, we hope students are able to learn the basics of coding logic and see if these skills are something they want to pursue in the future.